Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Alan. I got this little smoker back out. Wanting to do a few things to it. Right here, I'm just drilling some holes in the smoke collector. I've got some little spikes that I want to put in it. These are some leather working spikes that I found. It took forever to find some this long. I'm getting them put in. I think they'll look real good on there. You couldn't do it with too thick of metal because it's a really short screw. But I do like the look of them. I think once it's painted, it'll look even better on there. Right here, I'm going to take this gauge off the end and put this other one in on the door. That's a good gauge. It's just in a bad spot. That corner, it seems to be hotter right there where the heat is coming up. And I wanted a bigger face one on here. I think it just looks good with the smoker being so small. I almost got another 5-inch one to put on there like I have on the vertical now. But I said, no, those things are expensive. Over there on the end is where a nipple was welded onto the tank. That's what the gauge was going through. And I'll close that hole back up. And I got a little bottle opener to put on there. This was on the vertical smoker and I had to take it off to put the gauge where I was putting it on there. And I hadn't mounted it back on, so now it goes on here. And it actually goes good with the spider web, so. I've been trying to think of something to put across the middle right there on the end of the tank. Hadn't decided what it's going to be though. I rounded off a little piece of 16 gauge here to make a little cover for the gauge. It's not really necessary for anything. I just like the look of it. I thought about recessing it into the door where it would be almost flush, but I really didn't want to put a lot of heat into that door. Trying to weld it all back up. Here I took the door off and I'm putting a gasket on it. It has a real nice fit, but it still has some leakage around that door, more than what I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and put this gasket on. Typically when you take a door off that doesn't have a gasket and you add one to it, you have to reset these hinges to make it close right. Because when you put it back on, it's not going to close all the way at the bottom because now it sits higher. And a lot of times you can put clamps on the bottom to draw it down and that'll work. But if you're able, you might as well just reset that hinge and let it sit down right. That was really just a matter of cutting that back part off, then raising it up and tacking it back on. That's about all I'm going to do to it for now. I got that firebox door painted too. I did it a few days ago. But I'm fixing to take it out here and get it fired up. Alright, I'm got it heating up out here. I've got some chicken breast that I flattened out and rolled up with cream cheese, breakfast sausage, and jalapenos. I didn't get any video on putting all that together because I'm trying to hurry up. It's going to be dark again on me now. I don't know how I always end up getting the food on too late. Not always, but a lot of times. But I put one little wrap of bacon around it. That's really just patching holes. I'm going to smoke it. And that makes it harder to get that bacon crispy. You can get it rendered down fine. I noticed also, if you've seen the last videos, I didn't put a damper in that stack. But just pulling that top off will increase the pull. And the top just sits up there, so it's no problem to just take it off and set it back. I was watching those spikes to see if the finish was going to come off on them. But it seems to be fine. It just darkened it up some. Alright, I've had these things on here for about an hour and 15 minutes maybe. And they're riding around 155. It's hard to get a good temp read on these because they're rolled and that cheese and everything is in the middle. But I'm going to go ahead and get them sauced up right then and let them go another 15-20 minutes. These came out good. I mean, they could have been better. The seasoning I used was all-purpose seasoning, stale cracker, if you've seen his stuff. And it's good. It tastes more like crawfish boil to me. And then I was using this Kraft sauce that I'm not too crazy about. But they were good. I didn't really get a tasting on this or anything. Like you can see, it's dark out there. And everybody's over there waiting on the food. I need to get it back over there. So that'll do it on this one. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.